Hello everyone and welcome to Crianlarich Primary School's Christmas show. The children have been working incredibly hard on this, and just before I let you see that, I want to say a couple of thank yous. So first of all, a big thank you to Mr. Waugh, our director, producer, tech wizard, for all his hard work and stress putting this show together. To Miss Bissett for all her support, choreography, dance and singing lessons and support, and to Miss Elston for everything else in between, from making angels' wings to finding a baby Jesus. Final big thank you must go to all the children who have worked incredibly hard, and I'm sure you'll agree have done you incredibly proud. So now, all that's left for me to say is sit back, relax, and enjoy. Lights, Camel, action.
Good evening and welcome to the Bethlehem Broadcasting Company for a very special show. As you can see, tonight we've decided to swap the comfort of our regular studio for this lowly stable here in the middle of Bethlehem.
That's right, because not too long ago something happened right here in this very spot which would change all our lives forever. Who can forget the miraculous event when Jesus was born in this very stable? Tonight we will remind you of the events of that wonderful night.
And to help us celebrate his birth and hope and love that he brings, we are joined by an exciting lineup of celebrities all ready to dance for us. But first, three people who are dancers must impress this evening. Let's meet the judges.
I once asked the wisest man a question and he told me, I don't know, ask a woman. Please welcome the wisest man. No stranger to a full house, she's the hostess of the mostess. Please welcome the innkeeper's wife. And finally, some say he's more senseless than sense. The Roman everyone loves to hate, it's Caesar Augustus.
Well, it may be cold outside, but in here it's time to turn up the heat and dance. So please put your hands together for the story that will make history. The story we'll all be talking about for thousands of years to come. And I don't mean COVID. Make some noise and raise the roof for the stars of lights. Camel, action! Let's take our story right back to the beginning and talk to the townsfolk of Nazareth.
It's been an incredible time for us all, but just in case anyone out there has been asleep or self-isolating, can you remind us of how it all began?
I remember as if it was yesterday. We were all minding our business in Nazareth when Caesar sent out one of his famous decrees.
Well, we all know about those, don't we?
And what did it say?
We were
told that we had to travel to the place of our birth to register for our census. Isn't that right?
That's like the place of our birth.
Of course, he couldn't be born just down the road, could he? Oh no, 168 miles we had to travel. 168 miles, it played havoc with my buns, I can tell you. Whoa, 168 miles, that is a long journey.
It was, and it wasn't easy either. There were all sorts of people on the road. All walks of life, and some weren't even wearing their face masks.
I saw one woman who was heavily pregnant. I remember saying to my husband, I wouldn't like to be travelling all that way expecting a baby. Isn't that what I said?
You did. You said, I wouldn't like to be travelling all that way expecting a baby.
Well, I hope your feet have recovered because it's time for you and all your friends to dance for the judges.
Dancing a line dance for people of Nazareth.
Oh, yes, Nazareth, my Lord, which when Caesar sent it free. Each and every one of us has to pack a full of pretty tough, you'll agree. All across the nation, we must travel home. The whole population
Wow, fantastic dancing. Well done, townsfolk of Nazareth. But of course, it doesn't matter what we think. Let's find out how it went with our judges. Innkeeper's wife, what an opener to the show.
That was fantastic. I loved the way you all moved together so well. A great dance to open the celebration.
Wisest man, what do you think?
Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain.
Okay. And Caesar, can you tell us what you think?
Well, darlings, it was controlled. Your moves were together and they worked well as an ensemble performance. I thought it was terrific.
Thank you, judges. Some great comments. How do you feel about that? Are you happy with the judges' comments? I'm so happy to hear comments like that. It makes the pain in my bunions worth a while. Fantastic. Well, even though we are just scoring for fun this evening, let's hope the marks for our first dance are good ones.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Caesar.
7.
Innkeeper's wife.
9.
Wisest man.
8.
Well, we're very lucky to have in the audience tonight 2 very special guests. They were on that long journey to Bethlehem, and of course our story properly begins with them. Would you all please welcome Joseph and his beautiful wife, Mary.
Joseph, welcome. Mary, you're looking wonderful. It's been an extraordinary time for you, hasn't it? Yes, it has. It all started when Gabriel, the angel, came to me and told me that I had been chosen to carry God's son.
That must have been a shock for the both of you.
It was. I mean, I'm just an ordinary girl, but to be chosen for something like that, well, it's amazing. That's right. I was due any day, but we didn't really have a choice.
When Caesar declares something, you just have to get on and do it, don't you?
Well, you're both looking very fresh now. Not too many sleepless nights with your baby, I hope.
Oh no, he's very good to really.
Mary and Joseph, it's been great talking to you, and we'll see you both a little later on. But now on with the show. Next up we have a double act for you. All the way from the east, please welcome the Camels. I know you've travelled a long way to be here tonight, but it's not the first time you've made this journey, is it?
It certainly isn't. Three men told us that they were very wanted by their country, the Acton Locals. They wanted to Lord worship him as the brightest star in the sky relieved them.
They had gifts of gold, frankincense and hand sausages to get to and everyone came. So they remained with their orders. It all sounds very exciting. And to be honest, the deserts were pretty boring, so we thought, why not?
Well, you haven't seen each other since that epic journey a while ago. Say hello to your old friends, the two wise men.
Dancing the camel fun, the camels and the three wise men.
We're funky camels. They're funky camels. Get lost in the dunes and we'll still find our way. We're funky camels. They're funky camels. F-U-N-K-Y, oh yeah, we got fun. F-U-N-K-Y, oh yeah, we got fun. Get funky. We can walk the miles and we're eating our drink. We're funky camels. They're funky camels. We've got all the moves and we'll get you that way. We're funky camels. They're funky camels. F-U-N-K-Y, oh yeah, we got fun. F-U-N-K-Y, oh yeah, we got fun. Get funky. Get funky.
I enjoyed that. We were all grooving away over here, weren't we?
We certainly were.
But of course it doesn't matter what we think. Let's find out how it went with our judges. Caesar.
I thought it was appalling. You were all over the place, darlings. Legs, humps and hooves, all flying around with no sense of timing whatsoever. You've got all the coordination of a bucket of frogs.
That's a bit hard. Wisest man, what do you think?
Sometimes it's better to react with no reaction.
Okay. And innkeeper's wife, what do you think?
Never mind the bucket of frogs. I thought it was fun, fresh and funky.
Well, the scores are in.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Caesar,
1.
wisest man. Wait, oh, innkeeper's wife.
9,
Wisest man.
5. As we all know, the action wasn't just happening on the road that night. High up in the hill, some shepherds were minding their own business, watching their sheep happily grazing. All was quiet when suddenly the sky was filled with angels singing and happy girls dancing. We're delighted that they've agreed to perform that dance again for this evening.
Ballet dancing for us a host of heavenly angels.
Absolutely magical. Surely our judges must have been impressed by that. Caesar, what do you think?
Well, for once, I'm almost speechless. It was completely captivating and it flowed beautifully. I loved the extension in the arms and the footwork was wonderful. You all looked gorgeous.
Well, you don't often get praise like that from Caesar. Innkeeper's wife, what do you think?
I agree. Knee ballet and to dance in its most beautiful form, and I've never seen it more elegantly before.
And wisest man?
Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
Alright.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Caesar.
7.
Innkeeper's wife.
10.
Wisest man.
8.
Thank you so much. The angels, everybody.
Of course, the angels weren't just dancing for fun that evening. They had a very important message to deliver. And who better to tell us all about that message than the very shepherds who were listening to the angels sing? Tell us a little bit about what happened that night.
Well, we were sitting on the houses with our folk, looking at a drum in the valley.
Watching sheep, speaking sheep, and counting sheep. I see, but something out of the ordinary happened that particular night, didn't it? All of a sudden, the skies filled with the most amazing light, angels everywhere. It was astonishing.
And what were they saying?
They told us to travel to Bethlehem to see the Son of God. What an incredible experience. Let's hope we can persuade you to dance for us tonight.
Dancing the shepherds hate, the shepherds and their sheep.
Morning to dusk, our watch we keep, tending our flock, the precious sheep. Here and far they love to roam, then one by one we come back home. A shepherd's work is never done, while naughty sheep are having fun. High and low they love to roam, then one by one we come back home. Morning to dusk, our watch we keep, tending our flock, the precious sheep. Here and far they love to roam, and two by two we count them home. A shepherd's work is never done, when naughty sheep are having fun. High and low they love to roam, and two by two we come back home. Morning to dusk, our watch we keep, tending our flock, the precious sheep. Here and far they love to roam, and three by three we come back home. A shepherd's work is never done, while naughty sheep are having fun. High and low they love to roam, and three by three we come back home.
Thank you so much, shepherds. Let's go straight to our judges. Wisest man, let's start with you.
The wise person has long ears and a short tongue.
Okay. And Caesar, dare we ask what you thought? What can I say?
You looked a little out of your comfort zones today, awkward and clumsy. Don't give up the day job, darlings.
And, oh dear, and do you agree with that, innkeeper's wife?
I certainly do not. I think it was fantastic. I loved it. I loved the sex and all you young men looking around. It was great.
It's time for the scores.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Caesar.
1.
Innkeeper's wife.
10.
Wisest man.
5.
To call our next dancer a mere celebrity doesn't do him justice. To describe him as a star, well, he is literally a star. Please give a warm welcome to the Star of Bethlehem. So Star, could you shed some light on your part in our story?
It was my job to guide the wise men to the place where baby Jesus was to be born.
And how did you do that?
Basically, I shone really brightly as I possibly could.
I see.
Right over the stable so everybody can see me.
And are you ready to dance for us this evening?
Oh yes, definitely.
Fantastic. Please take your position on stage.
Dancing Disco, the Star of Bethlehem.
He's a disco star. He leads you right to heaven wherever you are. Join the dance and follow him, a disco star. Lift your eyes and see him shine. Follow his light wherever you are.
A star by name and a star by nature. Judges, you must have been impressed by that.
I walk slowly, but I never walk backwards. Foot tapping and disco dancing fun.
And Caesar, dare we ask?
Disco fever, darling. You can give me big hair and some glitter and I'm away. The swim, the funky chicken, you can hustle me at the bus stop anytime.
Well, that seems to be a hit all round.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Caesar.
7.
Innkeeper's wife.
10.
Wisest man.
8.
When Mary and Joseph reached Bethlehem, they needed to find a place to stay. Not an easy thing to do in a town packed with newly arrived visitors, but when you need a place to stay, who do you call? Please welcome the innkeepers! So it was a pretty stressful time for you innkeepers. I understand you're in this strict COVID guidelines.
Stressful, that's an understatement. Half of the customers, yet double the cleaning.
There were people arriving from all over the country, rich and poor, but some on donkeys, but most had walked for miles.
Swept off our feet, we were. It wasn't great for business, though.
It certainly wasn't. I take half the dinar in a month that I normally make.
We were having to turn people away.
Because they weren't all double jabbed.
But there was one special couple who had real trouble finding anywhere to stay, wasn't there? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's right. Mary and Joseph arrived quite late in the evening. They already tried everywhere else. I didn't have any rooms left either because we reached a COVID capacity, but I felt so sorry for them that I said if they didn't mind, they could stay right here in my stable.
And that was just the start of a remarkable night, wasn't it?
Oh yes, they'd arrived at the nick of time. Mary's baby was soon born after I settled them in.
And you had even more visitors after that, didn't you?
Yes, my humble stable had become the biggest attraction in Bethlehem. The 3 wise men turned up asking to see the newborn king. They looked very fine and had brought gifts with them, which were quarantined 72 hours.
And soon after that, the shepherds turned up looking for the baby Saviour, we wondered what on earth was going on. So much fuss over a little baby.
Well, that all sounds very hectic. What a night. But I hope you're ready because it's time for our final dance of the evening.
Dancing tango, the innkeepers of Bethlehem.
Whoa, sorry, Brennan. We've just been picked. We need to self-isolate. Sorry about that, folks, but the show must go on. Please welcome Mary and Joseph to the stage. This little baby is the real reason we are all here tonight. As we know, he is no ordinary baby and the news of his birth spread fast, just like COVID.
His name is Jesus and he has been born to bring God's love to all of us.
But it really is just the beginning. Jesus' presence will be felt on earth for thousands of years to come, and he will change all of our lives forever.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Let's celebrate the birth of baby Jesus with 1,